Hello and welcome to the Climbing Daily Wednesday news show. We're back as always to bring you everything from climbing.
Almost.
Yeah, in the news.
Yeah.
So you may have noticed on Climbing Daily that we've been releasing loads of ice climbing videos, and that's because we were in Saas-Fee for the third round of the UIAA World Cup. But,
also, because it's winter.
Yeah, it's cold. But this weekend was the fourth round of the UIAA World Cup in Italy.
They're pumping them out.
The fourth World Cup of the season was held in Rabenstein in Italy. In the men's speed competition, it was last year's winner, Russia's Anton Sugarev, who took the gold medal in a dramatic final when his opponent lost his axe mid-climb. For the women, it was Russia's Ekaterina Fukastova who claimed the gold medal, beating favourite Valerina Bogodin. In the lead competition, it was the dominant Russian athlete Nikolai Kozlov who again showed off his form with a win. He's now got 3 gold medals out of 4 World Cups, a truly impressive season so far. For the women, it was Maria Tolkalina who put last week's disappointment in her finals behind her and returned with a gold medal. It's her third of the season as well, and on a difficult route that no female athlete managed to top. So that one was a little bit different from the Saas-Fee videos because it was outside, so it's very similar to the one we visited in Oulu, so sort of like a permanent outdoor ice structure.
Awesome.
Cool.
And it looks like similar names pretty much most weeks. Kozlov, Maria Tolkalina dominating.
Yeah, I mean, I said disappointment in that voiceover. It's because she fell super low down in Saas-Fee. No one expected it. So it was good to sort of pull herself back from that. But I think the main talking point is just how much the Russians are dominating. I mean, they won every gold medal in that competition. They're just on fire, which is weird with ice.
Yeah.
But you know what
Which
I mean?
probably it traditionally wouldn't work, but it seems to for them.
Yeah, they're flaming up a roof. Great. Yeah, that's great.
All right, talking about being on fire, we are heading over to the Red Rocks Canyon in America for a pretty hard boulder ascent. Nalle Hukkataival has made the third ascent of Sleepwalker 8C+. The now famously mellow route was initially opened by Nalle last year, and after being shut down by cold temps in 2018, he came back this year to finish it off. So congrats to Nalle for sending the third ascent, incredibly impressive. And it turns out his beta was slightly different to Jimmy and Daniel's. He's got a smaller wingspan, so it made it a bit more difficult for him anyway. So he is officially upgrading it to a 9A.
Really?
No. But he said that he did find it like a little bit more difficult, that kind of problem. Not saying that it was more difficult for him, but he did say this sentence, which I think is amazing. Ultimately, the boulder is about a friction slope or crux with a barely there bicycle to gain the slot crimp. Does that make any sense to you?
I mean, no.
I like the barely there bicycle.
I like that as well. Just like visible bias. I know that the sloper. So the sloper is the move they kept falling on. So you have to go up with the right hand, match the sloper, and then go again.
So then after that, so there must be that.
There's like a high
there
kick
must be like
left foot. Maybe he's talking about that.
Maybe the slot crimp is the foot.
Maybe. Don't know.
A foot crimp. I like that.
Go on and have it. Yeah. Good. Come on. Yes. Nice. Very good. Try hard. Come on. You got it. Yes! Come on. That's it. Go for it. A little more.
What's next?
Greg Boswell. Now, if you don't know who Greg Boswell is, he is a super strong bear-like, and was actually attacked by a bear.
Yeah.
So, but he's a Scottish winter climber. He's very, very strong, and he's repeated a very difficult Scottish 12-12 route. The line follows the E8 summer route, also called Anibus, through a giant roof and is in the Ben Nevis range in Scotland. There's only 2 grade 12 Scottish climbs, and Greg has now ticked both of them. He attempted the route ground up and took 2 falls before sending it on his third try, taking 3.5 hours on the route, showing his fitness and power.
Can I ask you a quick question about it? So that's on a summer E8 route.
Yeah.
Are a lot of Scottish winter climbs, are they on like summer routes? Or are they just Scottish winter climbs by themselves?
A lot of them are on,
Okay.
especially the harder ones, because the easier ones tend to be in like gullies that in summer you just scramble up, but winter it becomes different. But yeah, like the real pushing it. I think E8 is the hardest summer equivalent in a winter route.
Okay.
Because obviously if it's a trad climb, it will have gear in it somewhere because of the cracks, so that's why they kind of sometimes aim for them.
Okay.
But it's pretty cool. There's a video, so UKC has a fantastic article about this. Is where I nicked most of that information. They've got an interview with Greg talking about the route, so it's worth checking out if you want to know more.
Okay. Nice. All right, just quickly, I want to mention Kathy Wagner, who, there's no actual images of her because she's not on social media, shock horror, but she is a climber, 53-year-old climber from France. She has recently just climbed an 8B called Octograph, which is in Rassan, just south of Montpellier. And I thought this was quite interesting because since 1994, she has done 705 routes of 8A and harder.
Whoa.
That's pretty impressive, right?
Yeah.
And she's kind of a bit under the radar. She obviously doesn't put on anything on social media, but I thought it was worth a mention because I like stories like that. People continuing, pushing hard. I mean, we know there are other people doing it as well, but maybe you haven't heard of Kathy Wagner, so check her. AA.nu that gave me that story. So thanks, guys.
Now, we live in the Alps, so we're used to a bit of snow, but in the UK, whenever it snows or gets a bit cold, everything stops, which is terrible news for commuters, but brilliant news for ice climbers. Kinder Downfall is a stunning waterfall in Derbyshire near Manchester in the UK. The waterfall very rarely freezes, but when it does, a 30-metre ice climb is formed. The route started to melt very quickly, but this Sunday, apparently 6 climbers managed to climb it before it became too unstable. Now, obviously that's climbing news, which is why we're talking about it on the show, because it's such a rare waterfall to freeze, but it's kind of close to my heart, because when I was studying in Sheffield, I tried that route, I had a go at it.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, so it was, we left the car park at midnight, hour and a half walk to the fall, started climbing at like 1:30 or whatever, and it was just the night before it had been perfect. The night we tried it with Alex McCann, if you're watching, it was super melty and I ran away from it. But I'm gutted I never got to do it, so it was cool to see those pictures.
How cold do you reckon it would have been to like totally freeze over there?
It's got, because that was done at like, the photographer was there at 7 in the morning, so the climbers had about a 2-hour window, he was saying, before it started to fall down. It's cold, yeah, really cold.
So sketchy.
Yeah, I know, it's dodgy as hell. But
And is it all protected within the ice? There's no kind of rock protection?
No, it's all just straight ice gear. I mean, it's not that hard and it is really stepped, but if it's falling down, it's not a good place to be.
Yeah, it's mental.
Yeah.
Mental toughness.
Yeah.
All right, 9-meter counter. So one of the things I like about the new 8B counter is that we 8C, sorry, is that we do have a bit of activity.
Yeah, it's
every
active,
week.
isn't it? Because this is the 9B counter.
I mean, it's not the season, obviously, but the 8C counter, we've got two ascents. So first off, let's give up for Nalle Hukkataival, who's got 2 points for his 8C plus Sleepwalker, and Mr. Christoph Rauch has done another ascent of 8C. Ooh. Christoph is on a bit of a roll at the moment, making the second ascent of Bacas's Fridge, Assassin, Monkey and Man, 8C. First ascended in 2009 by Tony Leprecht, the climb is described as a fridge, which according to a definition I found online is the process of climbing a large arms span block. Okay, Christoph, so you get another point. So you're doing pretty well. Yeah. Considering, I mean, we'd kind of heard of him before this, but
I hadn't. I had no idea who he was.
No, I'd like heard of it. Like he's done a couple of things. He's consistently doing pretty well. So at the moment, Daniel is still in the lead with 3 points. Nalle has just popped up out of nowhere. I mean, I don't know Nalle Hukkataival, have you? 2 points. And Christoph Rauch, 2 points. And Max Rauber, you got 1 point.
Thank you for everyone who keeps on tagging us on Instagram and social media. Really appreciate that. Please keep going because this is complicated and I'm very stupid.
Have you ever done a fridge?
Now, Now, before we talk about climbing media on the website, I do want to shout out the Dock Masters comp, because currently it's the off season for the sort of competition scene for rock climbing, but it's starting to ramp up. We've got Quiff on the horizon, we've got Studio Block, and Dock Masters is the first kind of one of that series. So the first one where we get to see if IFSC athletes have actually been training during Christmas or just eating cake. So that's in the Netherlands, and it's going to be on the EpicTV website as sort of an embedded live stream on Sunday. So just keep an eye out for that if you want to get into the competition thing.
Any like a highlights of who's competing?
They got people like Sean McCall, Julian Worm, So there's a few. There's a list of it on their website. It's kind of, it's starting to ramp up. Duncan Bottrell used to work here.
Former EpicTV employee is officially competing, Mad Rock athlete. Nice.
True. Yeah.
Right, next I want to give a bit of a shout out to the Cold House Media guys. They have finished vlogging on their World Less Travel tour. They are now moving to Salt Lake City, but in order to get you from one part of their vlogs to another part, and some of you might find that difficult, they are going to do a question and answer. So here's a quick thing.
Hi, this is Charlotte and Josh from Cold House Media. For those who've been following our World Less Travel trip, well, it's over, but we have one last vlog to release and we're planning to do a question and answer. So bring us your question. It could be anything from what was our favorite destination, how many baggage we lost,
some of our favorite routes, some of our favorite epics, some of our favorite rental car styles,
and what was the most sketchy experience we've had, or how many sushi we ate in Japan. Could be anything, so be creative and we'll have fun answering your questions.
So if you had one question for Cold House Media, what would you ask them?
Oh God, how do they deal with Josh on daily?
How do they deal with Josh?
He's like a puppy. Like I spent a couple of days with him, brilliant, but like all the time. That must get exhausting.
What you're saying is, how does
Charlotte deal with Josh on a regular? Because she's quite chill and he's very hyper, and I've been with people like that as a fairly hyper human being.
Yeah.
And a girlfriend of mine once told me I was so annoying it made her sick. So I just want to know how Charlotte's dealt with that.
Fair enough. I quite like the idea of asking which is the best rental car solution.
Ooh, that's a better question.
But no, but he did say it in the video, so I can't take full credit.
When do people need to send this in? As soon as possible?
Yeah, as soon as possible. Comment below on this video, and if you want to comment on their other vlogs as well. But yes, also the Climbing Doctor. We've got a whole new series. I don't know if you remember, but like last year or 2 years ago, we did a whole series with the Climbing Doctor about injury prevention. He is back, the Climbing Doctor, and he has got a brand new series.
The Climbing Doctor has teamed up with EpicTV to bring you climbing injury pro tips. Dr. Jared Vegi, Doctor of Physical Therapy, university professor, and author of the best-selling book Climb Injury Free, teams up with pro climbers to take you through his rock rehab pyramid to prevent and rehabilitate climbing injury. Jonathan Segrist teaches how to stretch your upper body. Sasha DeJulian teaches shoulder antagonist strength exercises. Sean McCall teaches how to perform nerve glides. Josh Levin teaches how to tape your shoulder for stability. Brooke Rabitou teaches how to stretch your spine. You will also learn advanced finger extensor exercises to prevent finger pulley injuries. Pro tips are built into every video to make sure you perform the exercises with the correct technique. And the sets and repetitions are included, so you know the exact dosage for each exercise. So check out the videos on EpicTV and climb injury free.
So there you go, there's Jared Vegi. What injuries do you normally get?
Yeah, everything.
Yeah, okay. Fingers.
I've got a very sore finger at the moment.
Yeah, fingers for me are the big one. Yeah. What's next?
Well, shop stuff. Now, I've been asked by the shop guys to remind you that it's Valentine's Day coming up. So, it was the 14th? God, I don't know. Is it 14th?
The 14th of
Feb, yeah. So that's coming up soon. And what is your ideas for a gift? Because obviously we sell climbing gear, right? So if you could just go and buy a present, but would you like a coupon? Would you like a voucher? Like, what would be your best way of giving a gift to someone?
And then we'll have a word with the guys in the shop and see if we can sort it out for you.
Schmooze it in.
Yeah. So we'll get Matt to do the schmoozing because you are a very good schmoozer.
I'll schmooze. But do comment below because it's coming up soon. It will come quickly. And if your girlfriend or boyfriend is a climber, or you just want to buy a present for your mum or something, then they'll want a climbing gift. So let us know.
Just quickly, also, Laura Rigora did a 9A a while ago.
Yeah.
And Spazio Verticali have the full video on their channel. Go check it out. Put the link in the description below. We're not going to show you a teaser, but it is a very cool video. That's it, is it?
Yeah, we're done. That's it.
Don't forget to join us every day at 4:30 Central European Time on Instagram live, where we will be chatting more stuff like this. So basically very funny and also incredibly witty.
We mainly do it to avoid working at the end of the day.
Yeah, so it's like the 4:30 to 5 o'clock window where we can leave the office after we've finished.
Yeah.
So we try and drag out as long as possible.
Yeah.
And the longer we're on, the less people watch.
Something like that, yeah. It goes up and down. But at EpicTV Climbing is our Instagram, so go and check that out.
That's it.
We're done.
Yeah.
Woo!
Woohoo!
Bye.
See you later.